Paul here from the Movie Guys, back with a brand new edition of The New Movie Show. This week, Wonder Woman finally gives Warner Brothers one up on Marvel Studios by bringing the most famous female superhero to cinemas in an epic adventure that proves superheroes don't have to be boys and they don't have to be stupid. Also opening Friday, Captain Underpants. Welcome to the New Movie Show. Paul Preston here with Karen, Bart, and Adam. They'll be along later to goof on all the new movies. And this week, that includes the DC Comics behemoth Wonder Woman and the pint-sized goofy animated film Captain Underpants, the first epic movie. It's called The First, so you've been warned. That's right, Wonder Woman versus Captain Underpants. And you thought the 2016 presidential election was over. For those who didn't discover human sexuality in Linda Carter's cleavage in 1979, Wonder Woman is Princess Diana, an Amazon warrior from Paradise Island, also known as Themyscira, thirsty scarecrow, Finlinson?
Abominable.
Thiaminibidimina, Theraminduo. Thurl Ravencroft, Thad Baker in the Delta Trio?
Themyscira, Paul.
Like I said, Themyscira. What am I doing talking about superheroes when we have a superhero movie expert among us? Let me hand things over to Adam Witt.
Thanks, Paul. I would hope that I hadn't gotten beat up in gym class for nothing.
Thufferin' Thuckatash.
After the de-princessization of Hollywood, removing any hint of space sexuality from Star Wars Jyn Erso and Rey, we have a princess. Princess Diana discovers a world beyond her island paradise when America drops a 40-megaton hunk in the water offshore her home island of Themyscira. A remote island in the middle of the ocean, completely separated from the outside world. A land with its own laws and way of life, where you are taught that life is kill or be killed. Picture Florida. With her bullet-deflecting wristbands, lasso of truth, sword, and shield that will stop almost anything, Wonder Woman is the fiercest warrior on all the island. Although I'm not sure just how fierce she really is, since most of the really big dangers on the island are coconut-related. Steve Trevor, played by Chris Pine, finds himself on this island inhabited only by women. Adapted from a story originally published in Penthouse form, I believe. Not wanting to miss an opportunity, Steve spends the first bit of the movie explaining to Diana how, in the outside world, it's considered a point of great pride and power to have a really small penis. Good thinking, Steve. Eventually, Diana decides that she could be more frequently disappointed in humanity if she follows Trevor back to Europe. There, she helps fulfill her destiny by helping bring peace to the planet, doing what superheroes do best.
Killing Nazis.
Funny how people are always discovering their true destiny in places nowhere near where they're from. You'd think just once someone would discover their true destiny in the bowl of Cheetos on the Lazy Boy recliner they're already sitting in. At least that's my hope. Now, to pull off this mix of action, drama, and comedy, DC hired director Patty Jenkins.
Who?
Yes. She wrote and directed the film Monster with Charlize Theron, and also directed an episode of Arrested Development. The directorial choice was met with much rejoicing. And the film stars Jerry Lewis's favorite actress,
Gal Gadot.
That's right, Gal Gadot plays Wonder Woman. They would have greenlit this movie sooner, but they were waiting for Gadot.
I think we can end things there. So she's convinced she can bring an end to the war to end all wars.
Oh yes, Paul, oh yes. And she was wrong. With that kind of misplaced confidence and bravado, I'm pretty sure she's a man.
Well, we wish her better luck in the Cola Wars.
Dr. Pepper, what's his superpower?
Wonder Woman.
I hate to be a spoiler for future Wonder Woman movies, but Chris Pine's character isn't a god, and I didn't see him in Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, so it seems to me there's no way he can still be alive in the present day. So that means Wonder Woman is on the dating scene. And we have some dating advice for her, and for that we go to Karen.
Wonder Woman, if you're looking for love, a great profile is crucial to making your online dating page stand out. From a great photo to interesting facts about yourself, here are the keys to lassoing the right man. Your first impression is going to be your photo. Make sure it's updated. This picture just makes it look like you haven't updated your picture in the last 43 years. Now this one's great, but again, you don't want to give someone the wrong impression of who they're going to meet. So I'd go with the most current. Or if you really want a lot of dates. Make sure you give an accurate representation of who you are in your description. For example, you're Diana Prince and you're a warrior princess. But you're not Xena warrior princess. Make that clear. You're Princess Diana, but not that Princess Diana. Even though you are trying to save humanity from itself through unselfish acts of sacrifice and you are beloved by all. Basically, you're a demigod, but
when someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes!
You're from the Amazon, not from Amazon. You're an unconquerable warrior with the power to master superhuman strength, not the power to get that NutriBullet to you in 2 days with your subscription to Prime. So, don't forget, lead with you're Amazonian, not Sumerian.
Yeah, big difference.
Be personable. Give the prospective daters who will read your profile an idea of the fun person you are right away. They don't want to be stuck talking to someone with the personality of Elizabeth Banks all night. And if you think it's fair to bring up the fact that your physical appearance was inspired by Olive Byrne, a young college student who lived with the creator of Wonder Woman and his wife in an extended relationship, well then go ahead. There's got to be someone who's going to find that kinky. But if anyone turns you off, don't be afraid to say, I'm a demigod. Do not grab me by the pussy. Lastly, check your spelling and grammar. Seriously, it's a thing.
For our next film, after decades of development by Stanley Kubrick and later Krzysztof Kieslowski, Captain Underpants finally comes to the big screen.
Yes, the guy on Hollywood Boulevard walking around asking for money in only his underpants is finally a legitimate pop culture character.
Captain Underpants is the worldwide phenomenon that we have only just now heard about. And it's based, as you can imagine, on the Book of Mormon. I'm sorry, that is wrong. It's a film adaptation of the children's novel of the same name. One of the characters is called Professor Poopy Pants.
Okay, a couple of things here. First, when did they become children's novels instead of children's books? Also, Professor Poopy Pants? Hard to believe that anyone who finds the name Professor Poopy Pants funny is also old enough to read.
Poopy Pants, that's hilarious. Oh, I didn't realize you were taping.
Now, we had already made up a few of our own villains. Major Thong, Granny Panties, and the Mighty Whiteys. But you can't get crazier than the source material, it seems.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Mighty Whiteys is the name of a pro-Trump Twitter handle.
Captain Underpants is from the studio that brought you other borderline annoying children's movies.
Circus, Afro circus, Afro circus, Afro polka dot, Afro.
With it comes another catchy phrase that's sure to haunt your house and your soul long after the final credits roll.
Tra-la-la! But let's get to the plot. How did he come to be Captain Underpants? Why, by first attaining the rank of First Lieutenant Underpants. Unlike Captain America, Captain Underpants is not real. He was made up by a couple of grade school kids, Harold and George, who hoped to get a screenplay deal, writing comic books and trying to get each other expelled or thrown in juvie by constantly endangering the lives of teachers and students alike.
Ever since you've attended this school, you've been responsible for one prank after another.
Their imaginary underwear model was then made flesh when they hypnotized their principal into running around schools almost naked, which is a felony. But if he was anything like my principal, fuck him.
Their principal, Mr. Krupp, is also a big old Mr. Meanie.
Put your big pants on. Going outside with tight pants on. We're big pant people.
But once he's hypnotized into thinking he's a superhero from one of the boys' homemade comic books, he becomes Captain Underpants. And we have title.
What we need is a super cop.
The children are all played by a group of comedians known as Not T.J. Miller. Harold is voiced by Thomas Middleditch.
Who?
Oh yeah, him! Yeah, phone commercial guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not how the star of Silicon Valley would like to be known.
And Kevin Hart plays his best friend, a natural choice to play an animated kid after starring as Bunny in The Secret Life of Pets, and of course being a cartoon himself in real life.
Jordan Peele also co-stars, and we're guessing he teaches George and Harold a thing or two about hypnosis.
Captain Underpants himself is voiced by Ed Helms, although when it comes to superheroes who are former underwear models, there's a more obvious casting choice.
Yo, it's about that time to bring forth the rhythm and the rhyme.
Once again, parents are expected to keep their kids still for a 2-hour movie where all the characters they're watching are falling, jumping, or bouncing around. Good luck, Mom and Dad.
This movie is ADHD in such overdrive that, according to IMDb.com, the theme song is written by Wired Al Yankovic. Right about now, you're probably looking at us thinking, man, those movie guys spend a lot of time in the studio. True, we work hard here to bring you goofy shit weekly. But we get out of the studio, and when we do, we report on it. So as we rev up for this summer's San Diego Comic-Con, here are a few of the colorful geeks Karen and I met at this year's WonderCon in Anaheim. So we're here with Batman and Robin, or do you prefer Boy Wonder?
Robin's fine.
Robin is fine. Did you take the Batmobile down here, or?
We actually brought the Batwing. We flew in because there's too much traffic. Yeah.
Land on the roof? Is there any kind of permit you need for that?
Well, they see it's the Batwing, so it's like, it's just Batman. We'll just leave him alone.
All right, what crime are you off to stop now?
There seems to be a lot of Jokers here, so we might go and just try and thin them out, you know? Too many Jokers.
What would you do if you saw a Joker and he was like giving an old lady a hard time? You have a sword? Well, recall that. We're here with Seymour Krelborn, who you know from Mushnick's Flower Shop, and of course we also have Audrey too. Poison Ivy and Plant. Plant, you have a name?
Yes, Stephanie. Stephanie 2.
Stephanie 2. Audrey, tell us about yourself. Hey, wait a second. Can we get a number out of you? Feed me or something?
Feed me. Feed me.
Lovely singing voice. We're here with Predapool, Deadpool, Predator, mashup. Why these two characters brought together, Predator and Deadpool?
I think they're kind of perfect together, actually, because Deadpool is all about being an asshole. So the way I figure it is Deadpool went to, was kidnapped and like put into Predator Planet, like the Predators movie. And then he just kind of killed all the Predators, stole their shit, and hence Predapool.
What is your favorite movie of all time?
It goes between Spaceballs and Predator. Like,
now there's the mashup you should have worn. Be a Moggeter.
All right, I'm in luck. This is really exciting. I did not expect to see Barf here today. Barf, could you say hello to us?
Hello.
If I were to ask you, what is your favorite movie, what would you tell us?
I'd probably go with Spaceballs.
Right?
I know, like crazy.
Come on.
Like, no, actually it's Amelie.
I do really. You love French movies you have to read?
I love French foreign films.
Swing low, sweet
chariot. She's a bass.
We're here with female Immortan Joe, who I'm calling Immortan Joan. Any minute now, your face mask could be ripped off in the gears of a vehicle, and it's over for you.
Yep, definitely over. And I don't want that to happen today. I just want to be,
Be chillin' Joe.
chilling, Joe. Yep.
This is a man after my own heart. My favorite movie of all time, Raiders of the Lost Ark, had a sequel, which was also good. But Raiders is the best, and I bring you Indiana Jones. How you doing, Indy?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Standing. Look at the voice. Very majestic. And Short Round, good to see you.
Hi.
What kind of adventures have you been on today?
I mean,
We were running around with my dad earlier. Henry Sr. was here.
Do you really have a guy here dressed like Henry Sr.?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who dresses like Henry Sr.? That's the best.
Richard Cook, he's great. Look him up on Facebook. Henry Sr. is on point.
Wasn't he only like 13 years older than Harrison Ford at the time they shot that?
Yeah, I think it was 11. 11 years older, yeah. Harrison Ford looks very young for his age. Even now, he doesn't look like he's 70, whatever.
He shouldn't be punching anybody yet. 2019, he'll be coming back doing it again, right?
Yeah, I'm really glad because the longer he does it, that means the longer I can do it. Because I can continue to do this when I'm 70 or 80 years old.
And the less chance we'll get that suddenly Zac Efron is Indiana Jones, right?
Well,
Let's delay that as long as we can. Now, Short Round, you're not buttoned up. You get the wife beater show in there. What's going on? It's a casual Short Round?
I'm just trying to look more raggedy and poor.
You're Short Round at the end of an adventure.
Yes.
I've already stated my favorite movie of all time at the top of this. What is your That's very short round hair, by the way.
When I say what is my favorite, the movie that I watch more times than any other movie, Temple of Doom, easily.
I saw that 6 nights in a row in the theater in 1984.
I saw it 3 times last summer at the ArcLight. Anytime it's playing, I go.
I saw the Raiders Doom double feature at the New Beverly a couple years back.
Oh wow, we saw the quadruple feature in 2012 when the Blu-ray came out.
I saw the Raiders with live orchestra accompaniment at the Irvine Amphitheater last summer.
We must have been sitting right behind you.
Oh, this guy, I love this guy. What's next for Poison Ivy?
The bar at the Hilton.
Won't be the only one. Not sure if I'm totally sold on the DC universe yet. I didn't like the 2 first movies they put out, Batman, Superman, Suicide Squad, so we'll see. We did go to WonderCon, and we heard Patty Jenkins, the director of Wonder Woman, speak, and she talked a great game, got me a little more excited than I normally would have been about that film. So that's what I take away from today's show, that little revisit to WonderCon, because I certainly loved it. And as we rev up for San Diego Comic-Con, I'm excited. What'd you take away from the show, Karen?
Well, it's interesting because you mentioned WonderCon, and I agree. I'd never been to anything like that before, and when I went to WonderCon, it was so much fun. And now I'm looking forward to the fact that I'm going to the Comic-Con as well, and I've never been before.
Yeah, off to San Diego, both of us. What's your takeaway, Bart?
Paschetti!
Paschetti, again with the...
Maybe there should be a Captain Spaghetti Monster.
They don't have this at Comic-Con, believe you me.
They did, it was just $15.